General Secretary of NSCN-IM Th Muiva reportedly brought to Dimapur from Camp Hebron by chopper on Friday evening. The leader reportedly flown by chopper due to health complications and shifted to Christian Institute of Health Sciences and Research. Chief Minister of Nagaland Nltv Rio marks inauguration of Shamathor district as a historic day in the history of Nagaland. Rio says the demand for Shamathor district was a complicated journey. As Russian invasion of Ukraine enters day 9, Russian forces capture Europe's largest nuclear power plant in Zaporizhia. Meanwhile, NATO members rush thousands of troops to Eastern Europe to bolster the alliance's flank closest to Russia. The Kamnungan Students' Union hosted the Eastern Naga Students Federation's 21st Federal Assembly at ITC Dan Noklak. Notably, the program started at 10 a.m. and was chaired by the ENSF Chairman Poi Konyak. Department of Horticulture, SASARD, Nagaland University and National Plant Genetic Resources organizes a participatory workshop on PGRS of Nagaland under theme Dynamic Conservation and Enchanting Rural Income at Rhododendron Hall Police Complex, Chumukidima. Hello viewers of Nagaland TV, I'm Rinki Gogoi and welcome to Nltv Primetime News. Let's see more of the news in details. In a big breaking, reports have surfaced that General Secretary of NSCN-IM Th Muiva has been brought to Dimapur by chopper from Camp Hebron on Friday evening. The leader reportedly flown by chopper due to health complications. Meanwhile, the security personnel and ambulance received the leader at the Dimapur airport and took to the Christian Institute of Health Sciences and Research, Dimapur. It may be mentioned that this was the second time the leader was rushed to the hospital in less than a year. In a big breaking, reports have surfaced that General Secretary of NSCN-IM Th Muiva has been brought to Dimapur by chopper from Camp Hebron on Friday evening. The leader reportedly flown by chopper due to health complications. Meanwhile, the security personnel and ambulance received the leader at the Dimapur airport and took down to the Christian Institute of Health Sciences and Research, Dimapur. It may be mentioned that this was the second time the leader was rushed to the hospital in less than a year. In a big breaking, reports have surfaced that General Secretary of NSCN-IM Th Muiva has been brought to Dimapur by chopper from Camp Hebron on Friday evening. The leader reportedly flown by chopper due to health complications. Meanwhile, the security personnel and ambulances received the leader at the Dimapur airport and took to the Christian Institute of Health Science and Research, Dimapur. It may be mentioned that this was the second time the leader was rushed to the hospital in less than a year. Now we have on phone Dibyendu with us, so we'll have more of the latest. Dibyendu, over to you.
Yes, Rinki, as you have just informed our viewers of Nagaland TV that General Secretary of NSCN-IM Th Muiva has been reportedly airlifted and rushed to a private hospital in Dimapur. Yes, it is confirmed that he had reportedly complained of nausea and he was rushed to the Christian Institute of Health and Science Research on Friday afternoon. Earlier, he was brought by a chopper from Camp Hebron to Dimapur, where he's admitted now. And as far as the latest information that we have now with us, that his condition is reportedly stable now. And the doctors at the hospital are taking care and attending him and giving him the required medication for indigestion and stomach upset, etc. We have to once again inform our viewers that he was admitted to the Christian Hospital, referral hospital this afternoon, after he complained of nausea, and he was brought from Camp Hebron to Dimapur in a chopper. And from after reaching at around 4:30 in the afternoon, he was taken by an ambulance to the Christian Hospital of Health Science and Research, and there he was admitted. And there he's still admitted. He and doctor attending him. His condition is whatever information we have got now from Dimapur is stated to be stable, and doctor are attending him, giving him the required medication. And he's having some indigestion problem and stomach upset, but however he is out of danger as far as the information that we have now with us. And furthermore, it has been learned, though we cannot officially confirm it, we are from the sources only we can say that he is because he is out of danger, so he is likely to be released by, or discharged, you can say, by tomorrow morning. But we are not confirming this news now. But as far as the information that we have right now with us from our sources in Dimapur, his condition is stated to be stable, though he was having some problem, and he has complained about nausea in this afternoon. And interestingly, this is the second incident within a year that he has been admitted into the Christian hospital, referral hospital. Earlier, he was hospitalized in the month of, if I'm not mistaken, he was admitted in the hospital in the month of August in 2021, and there also after going for a brief he was taken care in the same hospital for a brief period. He was treated for a while, and later he was released from the hospital. So this is the second incident within a year, you can say, that he has been admitted to the hospital. And now, although the reports are coming that he is out of danger now and his condition is stable, as we all know that he is a very crucial figure in terms of Naga politics and Naga insurgency problem, and NSCN-IM is one of the key party as far as Naga peace talk and political problem is concerned. So definitely Muiva plays a significant role in the NSCN-IM and Indian government's deliberation over the Naga peace process. So definitely his role is very important, and it is also important that he is in good shape and good health, and so that his well-being also helps to solve out the Naga political problem. So as of now, we can say that for the viewers again that he's out of danger, and he is being attended by the medical team of the referral hospital, and if all goes well, then he will be released by tomorrow morning. That's the update that we have with us, Rinki, at this point.
Yes, Dibyendu, thank you for the updates. But we would like to know if it can be pointed out that since you have said that he was reported to the hospital twice in a row in the year. So we would like to know if it can be pointed out to some underlying complications, health complications.
That is what we cannot say or comment on the issue, because the medical team needs to issue a statement, and they should come up and talk to the media or press regarding his health condition and what are the complications that he has went through. So we cannot confirm whatever, and we should not keeping the respect for the medical team, we should not comment in that respect. But we can say that we heard that he had some issues with nausea in this afternoon, and that's why he was rushed to the hospital in Dimapur, and he's currently stable. So further updates will be only come to light when the medical team addresses or they informs press about his actual health condition, what led to his deterioration of health this afternoon. But as of now, whatever information that we are getting, his condition is stable. So that is what important at this moment, Rinki.
Okay, yes, Dibyendu, since we know that he is a big figure in the NSCN faction, he is the leader, General Secretary. So what is the security condition there in CIHSR? Yes, what is the security condition there? Is there special security given for him?
Well, as you know, Muiva is a prominent leader as far as Nagaland insurgency scenario or the whole picture is concerned. As you know, NSCN-IM is already having a ceasefire agreement with the government of India, but still being a very big political leader in terms of Naga political scenario. So he definitely he's taken care by the hospital authority. Apart from the normal security arrangement that they have according to the protocol of their organization, I'm sure all those things are in place. And I think once our reporters join us from Dimapur and they give us more updates, we'll be able to put more light on the subject.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Dipendu. In a big breaking, reports have surfaced that the General Secretary of NSCN-IM, T.H. Muiva, has been brought to Dimapur by chopper from Camp Hebron on Friday evening. The leader reportedly flown by chopper due to health complications. Meanwhile, the security personnel and ambulance received the leader at the Dimapur airport and took to the Christian Institute of Health Science and Research, Dimapur. It may be mentioned that this was the second time the leader was rushed to the hospital in less than a year. The Chief Minister of Nagaland, Nltv Rio, marked the inauguration of Shamathor district as a historic day in the history of Nagaland. The Chief Minister said that the demand for Shamathor district was a complicated journey. However, the cabinet held a meeting and discussed and solved the misunderstandings and boundary disputes between the Tikir and the Yimkyung tribes. Furthermore, the minister maintained that the government wanted to declare Shamathor a district in 1st January 2021 itself. However, due to the problem of redemarcation of the district boundaries once the census was taken, the declaration was halted. Therefore, the minister congratulated and also thanked the tribal bodies and leaders for understanding the plight of the government.
আপনার সামাত্র লাগা ডিস্ট্রিক্ট মাঙা লাগা হলে অলপ কমপ্লিকেটেড থাকিছে এটো পৰা আমাগান ক্যাবিনেট মিটিং কৰা দিনতে ইন প্রিন্সিপল ডিস্ট্রিক্ট দিবলে তো মঞ্জুর আছে কিন্তু না মিলা থাকা মিসআন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিং থাকা এটো পয়লা মিলাব লাগে और वो बाउंड्री डिस्ट्रिक्ट बाउंड्री भी ভাল পৰা মিলাব লাগে রিকনসিলিয়েশন হ'ব লাগে আৰু পিসফুল কোএক্সিস্টেন্স থাকিব লাগে এটো পয়েন্টস দিগনা টিকিৰ ট্রাইব এটো বি সিদিন ফাইট কৰি কিনা আহিছে মাগি কিনা আহিছে এটো বি দিগনা থাকিলে ভাল হ'ব in principle agree.
The Yimkyung tribe of Nagaland on Friday celebrated the inauguration of Shamathor district headquarters, whereby Chief Minister Nltv Rio graced the program as a special guest. He further unveiled the monolith and inaugurated the new district headquarters. It is to be mentioned that the Advisor of Information and Public Relations, as Kyoshu, hosted the inauguration program. Notably, the state government approved the long-standing demand for a separate district by the Yimkyung tribe on 19 January 2022. The YTC President Trongso also thanked the Nltv Rio and his cabinet colleagues for declaring Shamathor a full-fledged district.
আপনার সামাত্র লাগা ডিস্ট্রিক্ট মাঙা লাগা হলে অলপ কমপ্লিকেটেড থাকিছে এটো পৰা আমাগান ক্যাবিনেট মিটিং কৰা দিনতে ইন প্রিন্সিপল ডিস্ট্রিক্ট দিবলে তো মঞ্জুর আছে কিন্তু না মিলা থাকা মিসআন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিং থাকা এটো পয়লা মিলাব লাগে और वो बाउंड्री डिस्ट्रिक्ट बाउंड्री भी ভাল পৰা মিলাব লাগে রিকনসিলিয়েশন হ'ব লাগে আৰু পিসফুল কোএক্সিস্টেন্স থাকিব লাগে এটো পয়েন্টস দিগনা টিকিৰ ট্রাইব এটো বি সিদিন ফাইট কৰি কিনা আহিছে মাগি কিনা আহিছে এটো বি দিগনা থাকিলে ভাল হ'ব
Moatushi Longkumar, MLA Government of Nagaland, spoke on Nagaland Total Liquor Prohibition Act 1989 and SHGs on Thursday at Langarijan Colony, Dimapur. Notably, the MLA inaugurated the Langarijan Tuesday Market Road, Dimapur on Thursday. The Nltv team interviewed Moatoshi Longkumar and asked about the deliberations of the Assembly legislatures over the review of Nltv Act 1989. MLA said that liquor and religion should be left with the individuals to decide. Moreover, provisions or no provision, usual drinkers will drink, and prohibition of alcohol in Nagaland is only demanding economy. He also said that Assam Lahorijan mushrooming because of liquor. Furthermore, Assam liquor shops attracting Naga people, not the people from Assam.
Sir, in your speech you have said about Nltv Act. And Amikan Hunia Siki this time Assembly Day. Abunikan itia legislatures can Nltv Act laga ulop review kuribuli laga kota ekta huni ase. So as an MLA, so what is your opinion? Itu review ulop kurigina ulop khulile NPCC laga nohile 1989 laga Act ulop country hoina nohile churches laga aro civil society laga pressure bra abunikan kininga chuli bole ase.
No, this is my personal view only. Not because I drink. I'm not drinking. I have given up drinks more than 5 years back. So I believe that actually the liquor, the drink, religion, let us leave it to individual decision. Those people who drinks, even if there is provision or no provision, they will drink. So it is damaging our economy. Look at Assam, this Lahore region, all these places. They are mushrooming because of liquor to attract Naga customers, not to attract Assam customers. So my personal opinion is that liquor or to do what? Whether to drink or not to drink, that is an individual decision. Let us leave it to them. Yeah, we have a meeting on the 9th. So perhaps that agenda is there. And that is my personal opinion, which I have already uttered. Besides, we have developed, we have given financial assistance to so many young entrepreneurs also, to SSGs also, and other.
A state-level multi-stakeholder consultation on Sustainable Development Goals 2030 and SDGs implementation gap in Nagaland was held on Friday at Tourist Lodge, Dimapur. The program was hosted by Can Youth, ARC Foundation and Dilan Tangjam Society. Notably, the program was attended by students, NGOs and people from various occupations of the society, whereby the moderator of the program was Professor of Northeast Institute of Social Science and Research, Dr. Toli Kiba. Furthermore, during the consultation meeting, IED OSD Planning and Nodal Officer Nayantara Sasikumar spoke on the challenges and opportunities of Nagaland State SDG Vision 2030, while Associate Editor of Morang Express, Dr. Moalamba Jamir, spoke on the topic Education and Economic Development in Nagaland. Meanwhile, International Development Consultant Lima Banla spoke on the topic Inclusive, Effective and Accountable Institutions in Nagaland. Furthermore, Advocate and State Coordinator, Human Rights Law Network, Nito Koza, spoke on customary practices and challenge towards gender equality in Nagaland. And lastly, the General Secretary of Nagaland Christian Joint Forum, Father G.L. King, spoke on peace building to achieve sustainable development goals in Nagaland. Department of Horticulture, CESCERT, Nagaland University and National Plant Genetic Resources, New Delhi, on 4th March organized a participatory workshop on PGRS of Nagaland under theme Dynamic Conservation and Enchanting Rural Economic Income at Rhododendron Hall Police Complex, Chumukidima. The workshop is for 2 days and will culminate on 5th March. The department said that the main objective of the workshop is to enhance and exchange knowledge between agriculture and horticulture functionaries working at district level. Around 128 delegates, mostly students of CESCERT, Nagaland University, along with the resource persons from central and state, attended the workshop. On day 1 of the workshop, we have more insights on it. Come, let us have a look.
workshop do plant genetic resources laga ekta workshop horticulture department be ekta organizer hoigina eto School of Agricultural Sciences and Rural Development Mizipima aro National Barrier of Plant Genetic Resources Delhi melagina ekta dangor workshop eta gure ase eto workshop do bishi kam thala workshop ase kile mane Nagaland do eto Indo Myanmar Indo China belt do eto biodiversity hotspot goina eto la belt de ase ami khan Nagaland do আমি খান প্লান্ট জেনেটিক ৰিসোৰ্সেছ ক'বলৈ বেছি তাকত আছে এতিয়া বেছি তো আমি খান হাৰে যা নিচিনা আছে হ'লে বি এতিয়া বি দোকান কনজাৰ্ভ কৰিবলৈ দোকান আৰু প্ৰটেক্ট কৰিবলৈ প্ৰিজাৰ্ভ কৰিবলৈ এতিয়া বি অপৰচুনিটি বেছি আছে সেইটো কাৰণে আজি এইটো ৱৰ্কশ্বপ লোৱাটো এইটো লগা নলেজ লৈ কিনা এইটো লগা মেছেজ লৈ কিনা আমি খান এইটো এতিয়া আমি হাত দেখি আছে এইটো বিয়া নহয় কিনা হাৰাবনি দি কিনা ৰাখি দিব এনেকুৱা একটা এইমছ আৰু একটা থাকি কিনা এইটো লগা টাৰ্গেট থাকি কিনা কৰা আছে এইটো কাৰণে এইটো লগা আউটকামটো যিহ'লে ভাল হ'ব আৰু পজিটিভ হ'ব আৰু এইটো লগা মেছেজটো লৈ কিনা মানুহখন আমি খান কি আছে এইটোতো বেছি কাম থা লগা আছে আমি খান জংঘল দেখি আছে কি কাজ হবি এইটো হাৰ্বছ হবি ফুল হবি নহ'লে
The Khyamnungan Students Union hosted the Eastern Naga Students Federation 21st Federal Assembly at ITC Dun, Noklak. Notably, the program started at 10 a.m. and was chaired by the ENSF chairman Poi Konyak. Meanwhile, the invocation prayer was said by Pastor Dan Baptiste Donte. Furthermore, the president of KSU, Shang Chui, gave the welcome address. Meanwhile, Ching Mak Chang, the president of ENSF, delivered the presidential note and highlights of the issues relating to Nagaland Staff Selection Board. It may be mentioned that on October 8, 2021, the ENSF observed official change of guard. Moreover, the Federation also discussed and resolved their old pending issues. Meanwhile, the president in his talk mentioned that the government have so far approved 3 out of 6 charter of demands over the NSSB issue. The president also said that the government has approved the demands for examination centers at all district headquarters and also the demand related to penal provisions. However, they stated that 45% reservation is yet to be reviewed thoroughly only after completion of 2021 census.
ENSF la idu team da hole October 8 demon official change of guard hoise idu bichi demon office take over burina aise aro purana pending works thaga purana pending issues kan thaga mon take over burise aro kuno notun burise idu kan la issues ekta duita koi dibo mon. Number 1 NSSP issue NSSP la do idu puila bra dani gina ahala gam ekta ase 2020 aro aman sok pra jane. For that we had agitation for 5 days. Idu nishina government law 5 kuna ase aro idu ki ase boile to aman sab pra jane. Now we had 6 charter of demands aro 6 charter of demands thagade tinda do government approved kuri dise which is chairman member do boile to the recognized tribes of of Naga basis te roster basis te pabo lagi la kotha do idu government approved kuri dise. Second point, district headquarters of the examination center thakibo lage idu bi approved kuri dise. Third point, penal provision NSSP la purview de aibole laga to nahali gina thakile edu kan de penal provision thakibo goise idu bi agree kuri. Now we are left with 3 charter of demands. Charter of demand number 2.
The Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant in Ukraine, Europe's largest nuclear power plant, has been captured by the Russian forces. Notably, this was claimed by the Ukraine's nuclear regulator on Friday. According to Ukraine's nuclear regulator, Russian forces seized the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant on Friday morning. Furthermore, the agency also informed that fire that broke out at the nuclear power plant due to Russian shelling has been extinguished. However, radiation levels remained unchanged, though there are damages to several units of the facility. Ukraine's nuclear regulator informed that Ukraine's Emergency Service Department The fire at the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant in Enerhodar was doused at 6:20 a.m. Kyiv time. No casualties were reported in the fire incident. US President Joe Biden also spoke with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky about the situation. As war rages on in the Ukraine, an Indian student from Kyiv who was trying to evacuate from the country got shot by the Russians on Friday. India's Minister of State for Civil Aviation, V.K. Singh, while talking to the media, informed that the injured student had to be taken back midway so that he could be treated. V.K. Singh, who is currently stationed in Poland, further said that they are trying for maximum evacuation in minimum loss. It is to be mentioned that the students are presently leaving war-torn Ukraine and attempting to cross the border into Poland in order to return to India safely. Meanwhile, 4 Union Ministers Hardip Singh Puri, Jyotiraditya M. Scindia, Kiren Rijiju and General V.K. Singh are in charge of the evacuation operations in Ukraine's neighboring nations.
के अंदर एक दो बच्चों का नुकसान भी हुआ है। अभी आज मेरे ख्याल से खबर आई थी कि कीव के अंदर एक बच्चा जो आ रहा था उसके भी गोली लगी, वो वाकई उसको कीव ले गए फिर दोबारा रास्ते में से। हम ये देख रहे हैं कि कम से कम नुकसान में हमारे ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बच्चे निकल आए। देखिए कल हमारे यहाँ से 4 फ्लाइट यहाँ पर हैं, 1 फ्लाइट वॉर्सो से है, 5 फ्लाइट निकालेंगे हम और हमारी कोशिश है कि
Altogether, 59 students from Assam and 29 students from Meghalaya thus far has reached India from war-ravaged Ukraine. This was informed by the chief ministers of both the states. Meanwhile, the Indian government is continuing with its massive operation of airlifting Indian students and nationals from the safe zone in Ukraine's neighboring countries. On Friday morning, 3 Indian Air Force C-17 aircrafts carrying 630 Indian nationals landed at its Hindon Air Base near Delhi. The IAF C-17 aircrafts took off from the airfields in Romania and Hungary. Moreover, it was reported that an all-notice affair for India's massive airlift operation Ganga is underway in Ukraine's neighboring country, Slovakia. The airlift operations are being supervised by Union Minister Kiren Rijiju. On the other hand, India's ambassador to Slovakia, Van Laluma, and First Secretary of the Indian Embassy in Brussels, Pankaj Phukon, are part of the airlift operations in Slovakia. Notably, Kiren Rijiju was received at Košice Airport near Ukraine border by India's ambassador to Slovakia, Van Laluma, and First Secretary of Indian Embassy at Brussels, Pankaj Phukon, when Rijiju arrived in the Slovakia to oversee the airlift operations. Meanwhile, Tripura Chief Minister Biplab Deb, in a humble gesture, decided to contribute a part of his salary for the airfare of students hailing from the state who have reached India from war-ravaged Ukraine. Meanwhile, Russia says it has arranged 130 buses to evacuate Indians from Kharkiv, Sumy. The US has once again hinted at sanctioning India over the purchase of a missile defense system from Russia as the South Asian nation continues to balance its relation between the West and Moscow. Senior US diplomat Donald Lu, while speaking to the members of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee on Wednesday, said that the Biden administration was still considering sanctions against India. Nonetheless, Lu informed that the US government hopes India will begin to distance itself from Moscow. Lu said that India is a really important security partner of US and that they value moving forward that partnership. More than 7,400 Indians are expected to be brought through special flights in March 4 and 5 under the massive rescue operation Ganga to bring back Indian citizens stranded in Ukraine. Notably, Indian airlines are putting their resources in a faster evacuation process. Meanwhile, 4 Union Ministers Hardip Singh Puri, Jyotiraditya M. Scindia, Kiren Rijiju and General Retired V.K. Singh have gone to countries adjoining Ukraine to support and supervise these operations. Furthermore, the evacuation process, which began on February 22, has brought back over 6,200 persons so far, including 2,185 persons landed on March 3 through 10 special civilian flights. Notably, the flights included 5 from Bucharest, 2 from Budapest, 1 from Košice and 2 from Rezhov by civilian airlines. In addition, 3 IAF flights have brought more Indians between 11 p.m. on March 3 and the early morning of March 4. MLA Moatoshi Longkumar on Friday inaugurated the Langarijan Tuesday Market Road in Langarijan colony of Dimapur. Notably, the road has been built under the Local Area Development Program 2021 to 2022. Furthermore, MLA Moatoshi Longkumar, while talking to Nltv, informed that they have never denied help towards any colony who had sought their help.
Well, each year, Aman Rasta Banado Bishi Ase, and to be frank, I cannot give you the exact count because we have done a lot. Every colony, whoever have come asking for the construction of road, we have never failed them. By Monday, I'll be inaugurating the Signal Kivijau Road. There also we have given money under Nltv, where Signal they have done plaque topping, and Kivijau they have done concreting like this Lingrejan. Besides that, there are so many other activities. Even under Iconic, we have constructed 2 bridges. We have developed 1 market in Indecent. Likewise, and drainage, it is uncountable. Besides, we have developed.
Intanki National Park Day was celebrated at the Forest Protection Camp on Thursday by the Department of Environment, Forest and Climate Change of Nagaland, with Chief Wildlife Warden of Nagaland, Ved Pal Singh, as special invitee. Notably, the program was organized to commemorate the day. Intanki Forest was declared as Intanki National Park and also to create awareness about the significance of the only national park in the state. It is to be mentioned that the day also coincided with World Wildlife Day 2022, held under the theme Recovering Key Species for Ecosystem Restoration. Furthermore, a total of 8 villages attended the program. Naga Students Federation, through a release on Thursday, appealed to the Power Department of Nagaland to ensure that stable electricity is being provided across the state in light of the HSLC and HSSLC examinations. In the press release, ENSF Vice President Ato Kiho Sumi and Secretary Education Medohi Rihi also appealed to all the candidates appearing for the examinations to work hard and give all efforts in order to come out successful in the upcoming examinations. Meanwhile, they extended their best wishes to all the students who would be appearing for the upcoming HSLC and HSSLC examinations 2022 to be held by the Nagaland Board of School Education. Furthermore, the Federation asked all the concerned citizens to extend its cooperation and maintain a conducive atmosphere throughout the examination process. Advisor to the Chief Minister of Nagaland and Associate Vice President of Athletics Federation of India, Abu Mehta, on Thursday took down to Twitter and informed about the cash awards for the forthcoming South Asian Cross Country Championships and 56th National Cross Country. He further mentioned that the hard-working athletes of Nagaland deserved to be rewarded. Mehta mentioned that the real incentive is the opportunity to participate in national and international meets and get selected to represent India. Notably for SAAF cross-country championships for both men and women, winners will get Rs 40,000, followed by 30,000 for runner-up and 20,000 for the first runner-up. Meanwhile, 56 National Cross Country Championships men and women winners will get Rs 20,000, followed by 15,000 for runner-up and 10,000 for the first runners-up. Furthermore, for under 20, 18 and 16 athletes, winners will get Rs 10,000, followed by 7,000 for runners-up and 5,000 for the first runner-up. The Nagaland Optometric Association has expressed concern over the activities of certain optical shops in Nagaland. Notably, it was observed that many shops in Nagaland, especially Dimapur, are running without eye care practitioners. Meanwhile, numerous optical shops in the state, particularly in Kohima and Dimapur, are run by non-professionals who give computerized eye checkup services to the people. Furthermore, shops are registered by state municipal corporations and other commerce and trade bodies. However, no qualified professionals supervise the functioning of the shops. Another major concern is of the contact lenses sold and fitted in these shops. The Wokha District Administration and District Level Center for Women Mahila Shakti Kendra under Beti Bachao Beti Padhao scheme organized a blessing program on Thursday at DBHSS Youth Center Wokha and distribution of encouragement gifts to girl students. Furthermore, the Deputy Commissioner of Wokha, Orentang Lota, while addressing the students said, educating them is empowering them to become good and responsible citizens, while wishing them luck for their coming examination. He also urged the students to be dedicated and sincere in their studies so that they can achieve their goals in life. It is to be mentioned that the Deputy Commissioner later handed gift packs to all the girl students appearing in the HSLC and HSSLC examinations 2022. Union Minister for Ports, Shipping and Waterways Sarbananda Sonowal arrived in Dimapur on a two-day visit Nagaland tour on Thursday evening. On arrival at Dimapur Airport, he was received by Nagaland Minister Kasheho Sangtam and Advisor Tovihoto Awemi and other government officials. Sonowal met Nagaland Chief Minister Nipu Rio at his residence at Sovima here on Thursday evening and left for Kohima, where he will attend an Ayush program at Ayush Hospital Raja Chedima on Friday. Welcoming Sonowal to Nagaland, Rio expressed gratitude to him for his support and concern for the state. He also wished him a pleasant stay in the state. The Airport Authority of India has undertaken the work of constructing a greenfield airport in Holongi, 15 km from Itanagar in Arunachal Pradesh. Notably, the project has an estimated cost of Rs 645 crores and include the development work such as construction of airport pavements, airside work, terminal building and city side works. The proposed airport is designed for operations of the A320 category of aircraft and future extensions of runway by 500-meter length to cater to A321 type of aircraft. Reportedly, with an area of 4,100 square meters, the terminal building of the airport will be able to handle 200 passengers during peak hours. Equipped with 8 check-in counters, the terminal building will have all modern passenger facilities. Meanwhile, development work is in full swing and almost 80% of airside works are completed. In the meantime, progress of construction of new interim terminal building is 30% and the airport is planned for operationalization on August 15, 2022. India once again reiterated its appeal for immediate cessation of violence on Thursday. This appeal was made by India at the 49th session of the United Nations Human Rights Council. Notably, a statement from the Indian authorities on the UNHRC session stated that no solution can ever arrive at the cost of the human lives. India maintained that dialogue and diplomacy are the only solutions for settling differences and disputes. Furthermore, India appealed for a humanitarian corridor for facilitating aid to the affected people of Ukraine. India also said that it has dispatched humanitarian aid to Ukraine that also includes medicines and medical equipment, among other relief materials. Moreover, India assured of sending more assistance in coming days as an urgent necessity that must be effectively addressed. Amid intense fighting between Russia and Ukraine, the Russian military on Friday seized a TV broadcasting tower in the southern city of Kherson. According to sources, there are concerns that it will be used to disseminate misinformation across the city. Earlier, 2 Russian missiles struck the TV tower in the Ukrainian capital, knocking out some access to news and broadcasts. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday chaired a high-level meeting to discuss the evacuation of Indians stranded in the war-torn Ukraine since Putin launched a military operation against the country last week. Notably, this is the 5th meeting that the Prime Minister is holding to review the ongoing efforts under Operation Ganga to bring Indians stranded in Ukraine. It may be mentioned that the senior officials, including Minister of Commerce and Industry Piyush Goyal, Foreign Secretary Harshvardhan Shringla and National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, attended the meeting. In the previous meeting, PM Modi said that India will also help people from neighboring and developing countries who are stranded in Ukraine and may require assistance. Bhagalpur district in Bihar witnessed a massive explosion on Thursday night. Notably, at least 7 people, including a child and several others, were injured in the explosion. According to the Bhagalpur district magistrate Subrat Kumar Sen, the family residing in the house where the explosion took place was also involved in making firecrackers. Furthermore, he added that there was a massive explosion in a building near Yatim Khana in the Kajivaldi Chak area at 11:30 p.m. on Thursday night. On getting information about the incident, a team of police reached the spot along with senior officers. The debris of the collapsed building is being moved with the help of the JCB. As per resources, the count of deaths and injured can increase as the work of removing the debris is underway. Reportedly, the explosion was so strong that the building was completely destroyed, including the walls of 3 nearby houses. People sleeping in the adjacent houses have been injured badly. The sound of the blast was heard for several kilometers and further investigation is underway. At least 30 people were killed and some 50 others injured after a blast went off inside a mosque in Pakistan's Peshawar city. According to police, the blast occurred inside a mosque located in the city's Kocha Risaldar area during Friday prayers. Reportedly, rescue teams, police and security forces have reached the site and shifted the injured to a nearby hospital. No group or individual has claimed the attack so far. Meanwhile, the Interior Minister Sheikh Rashid condemned the attack and directed the Provincial Chief Secretary and Inspector General of Police to submit a report. Rishabh Pant's belligerent knock of 96 and Hanuma Virahi's 58 along with contributions from Virat Kohli and Ravindra Jadeja helped hosts score 357/6 at stumps on day one of the first test between India and Sri Lanka at Mohali's Punjab Cricket Association Bindra Stadium. Pant, along with Jadeja, took the team's total beyond the 300-run mark and notched up a 100-run partnership. Rishabh Pant missed on a century as he was cleaned bowled for 96 by pacer Suranga Lakmal. Jadeja and Ravichandran Ashwin from there on ensured that there was no further loss of wicket. Jadeja remained unbeaten on 45 while Ashwin was unbeaten on 10. Earlier, resuming the post-tea session at 199/4, Rishabh Pant and Shreyas Iyer battled sensibly as India crosses the 200-run mark and the duo notched up a 50 partnership. Shreyas Iyer was looking good but was dismissed a lag before a wicket by Dhananjaya De Silva for 27. Pant carried on his scoring runs at a brisk pace by hitting boundaries and went on to score his 8th Test half-century. Earlier in the day, Rohit Sharma, who recently appointed as full-time Test keeper of India, won the toss and decided to bat first. Notably, the Mohali Test also marks 100th Test appearance start India cricketer and former skipper Virat Kohli. In another state-breaking, we have news of the Australian ace cricketer Shane Warne reportedly dead, suspected due to heart attack. The #1 ace spinner of Australian team cricketer Shane Warne is suspectedly dead due to heart attack. Thank you, viewers. That's all from Nltv Primetime News. I'm Rinki Gogoi signing off. And for more updates, keep watching Nagaland TV. Sob Manulagawas.